The Modern Housewife of Electrical Homemaking, or How to Use Electricity. Chapter 1. Electrical devices have emancipated the modern woman from household drudgery and have lifted homemaking to the happiest estate of all professions. A thorough understanding of the many services electricity can perform for the homemaker is essential to every woman. It is vital to her health and happiness to making easier the work she must do and giving her more time for the things she wants to do. Electricity is the most important contribution to the art of better living. In order that the woman in the home may understand the operation of her electrical servants and use them most efficiently, we will first introduce her to electricity itself. Technical details which engage attention will be omitted, and only those matters that are related to electricity and domestic use will be explained. Electricity is a form of energy that is capable of producing power, heat, and light. This is not the definition that would be given, but it is ample so far as we are concerned. Attached to the wire entering the house, probably in the basement, is a meter by means of which the central station can tell how much current is used each month. This meter, which is a marvel of mechanical simplicity, records the number of kilowatt hours consumed by the lights and appliances. A watt is the accepted unit of measuring electric power, just the same as a dozen is a common unit for buying partner house rolls, and pound the usual unit employed in buying coffee. Electrical accessories used in the home will fall into three groups, classified according to what electricity in connection is with each. These are 1. Devices that furnish power to do work such as washing machine, ironer, dishwasher, and electric cleaner. 2. Devices that furnish heat such as electric heater, range, percolator, all cooking devices. And 3. Devices that furnish light such as incandescent lamps. This then gives us a general idea of the nature of electricity, how it is conveyed to the home, and the manner in which it is used when it reaches there. Armed with this knowledge, we are ready to go forward and consider the specific uses to which electricity is put in each room of the modern home. Chapter 2. Just as a glass of water is the most highly prized in the midst of a parching desert, so electricity in the home becomes most valuable in those rooms where the most or the hardest work has to be done. It is in the home laundry that the family clothes each week must be washed and made ready to wear again. Electricity in the laundry. Clothes stained with the grease of the shop or the dust of the office or store, garments soiled in the course of household tasks, and the children's things all spotted and spattered with the stains and splotches picked up goodness knows where. Various makes of electric washers are differently constructed and hence need different kinds of care. Do not make the mistake of thinking that the washer needs no care at all. It is true that the electric washer has been simplified as far as human ingenuity can simplify it. Nevertheless, it is a machine, and to get the greatest efficiency out of it, one must care for it as a machine. The fact that the washer has been so thoroughly simplified makes it easy for a modern woman to give it proper care, no matter how lacking she may be in mechanical knowledge. The electric dryer. Finishing the weekly wash formerly was contingent upon weather conditions, as a clear sunny day with a certain amount of wind is required for successful drying of clothes on the line out of doors. Hence, in the past, it has been necessary to delay drying and ironing until the weatherman came along with such a day, or resort to hanging the clothes about the house on radiators or in attics or basements. Thus, the woman of the home is rendered entirely independent of weather condition, and since the clothes are dried as rapidly as they are washed, she can go ahead and iron the garments immediately, with the electric ironer doing in one day the job that formerly took at least two. The electric ironer. As a saver of a labor, the electric ironer does not have to take a second place even for the electric washer. Figures compiled by domestic science experts tell us that the women in the average home has to spend 6 solid hours weekly in ironing by hand. Every woman knows that those hours are hours of real toil, for one who wields a hand iron must stand throughout the operation. She must center her attention unflaggingly on the movement of the iron to prevent burning or other injury to the garment. Since the iron weighs only 6 pounds, the woman must put a lot of muscle behind the ironing to get the necessary pressure. The motor-driven ironer is a wonderful labor and time-saving device once the woman has been thoroughly and properly instructed and has by practice learned the knack of feeding the clothing through the ironer. There are obvious advantages to such a device. 1. It takes a woman off her feet and permits her to sit around throughout the ironing operation, thus removing one of the principal causes of ironing day fatigue. 2. It handles clothes 3 times as fast as they can be ironed by hand. Thus, the ordinary 6-hour ironing is finished in 2. 3. It makes it unnecessary to give close attention to the ironing operation. It is necessary only to feed the articles through. Thus, the nervousness that results from a day of hand ironing is done away with. 4. Because of a large ironing surface and because of additional pressure, the clothes are ironed smoother and with a much higher gloss or finish. The electrical hand iron is the most widely used of all domestic electrical apparatus. It is a modern adaptation of the old-fashioned flat iron. The flat iron was simply a piece of iron with a smooth surface below and a pointed tip. It was heated on the stove, used until cool, and then heated again. Most women use 2 or more flat irons so as to have one always hot. Chapter 3. It is agreed that the laundry is the room where the hardest work is done, but as in everything else, there is some compensation, because at most, laundry work takes only 2 days a week. And if we are equipped with the proper electrical laundry tool, this labor will take no more than a day and a half. Electricity in the kitchen. With the kitchen, this is a different story. This is the room in which we must toil every single day of the week with no holidays. Domestic science experts say that the average woman not equipped with the modern electrical aids spends 2/3 of her working time in this room. The electrical refrigerator. Electrical refrigeration is the only positive way to maintain the even temperature low enough to preserve foods properly and prevent decomposition or decay. The refrigerator, electrically chilled, meats and eggs can be kept for weeks, while milk and similar foods can be kept for many days without spoilage. When the refrigerator is connected and the current switched on, the temperature is immediately lowered. It is held below 50 degrees from hour to hour, as the machine automatically starts as soon as the temperature starts to rise. The electrical kitchen unit. Just as the motor can save the muscle labor of washing or ironing, so it can perform the tasks of beating eggs, making batter, mixing mayonnaise, preparing cake ingredients, and similar jobs that merit considerable fatigue when they were done in the old way. The device used for all these purposes is the kitchen unit or utility motor. This consists of a small motor, properly mounted, and a collection of appliances which can be attached to the shaft of the motor. The electric range. Introduction of the electric range into the home has brought about a new era in cooking. This is because electricity has changed the business of preparing food from guessing to an accurate science. The electric range has removed the uncertainty from cooking, so that the preparation of a meal is no longer dependent upon a knack or on luck. Probably range enthusiasts make no mistake when they declare that any woman can learn to cook on an electric range, no matter how unsuccessful she may have been in the past. Thus, the electric range removes from cookery the elements of guesswork. The electric cooker. The electric cooker is sometimes referred to as the fireless cooker. As a matter of fact, it is the modern descendant of the old-fashioned, non-electrical, fireless cooker, which has been known for centuries and which enjoyed considerable vogue in this country years ago. For instance, your grandmother had a method of preparing meat to produce a most delectable dish. First of all, she would dig a small cave in the side of a hill. She would then build a roaring fire inside the cave and put portions of meat in with the fire. Then she would throw earth and stones against the entrance of the cave until it is sealed airtight. After several hours, the fire goes out after the oxygen is cut off by the ceiling of the cave, but the heat is shut in. Thus, the flesh cooks by stored heat, retaining all of its natural juices and flavors. The electric cooker of today has all the advantages of the earlier fireless cooker. The electric dishwasher. Washing dishes has come to be a symbol of drudgery. While it is not as heavy as laundry work, and while it does not require the pains and efforts of cooking, dishwashing is a task against which most women rebel. The electric dishwasher washes dishes as efficiently as the electric clothes washer washes clothes, and with as little effort on the part of the operator. The electric dishwasher also saves a woman's hands, since it is not necessary to place the hands in hot water. Reddened hands do not result from electric dishwashing. The ventilation and exhaust fan. This is a motor-driven device intended to remove cooking odors and steam from the kitchen. It differs only in size from the ventilators seen in restaurants, bakeries, and offices. The ventilator is a fan with several blades provided with a motor to drive them. The apparatus is designed to be hung over the top of a window or transom. Some fans of this kind are reversible. They either pull air out of the kitchen or drive air in. Some ventilators are built in. Others are portable or mounted in a frame that can be taken out of the kitchen window or transom and removed to another room. Chapter 4. Electricity in the dining room. The dining room is the most highly specialized room in the house. While the bedroom may be both a sleeping room and a sewing room, and while the laundry may be both washing room and furnace room, the kitchen may be both a cooking room and an informal assembly room for the entire family. The dining room usually serves but one specific purpose. It is a place for the family to eat its meals. For this reason, all of the electrical appliances connected with the dining room are appliances that have to do with the preparation of food. Grouped together, they are often referred to as table appliances. The coffee percolator. This is very well exemplified by the electric coffee percolator. Think of the steps your mother wasted carrying the coffee pot from the kitchen stove to the dining room and back again. This is one of the most popular of all electrical home accessories. Not only does the possession of an electric percolator mean greater convenience in the preparation of every meal at which coffee is served, but the electric percolator also adds a decorative touch and status. The tea samovar. The electric samovar is not as widely used as the percolator because the average American family consumes more coffee than tea. Samovar is a Russian word meaning teapot. Like the percolator, the samovar needs no other care than being kept clean. Clean it the same as a teapot, being careful not to wet the electrical heating element. Wash the tea container after each use. The electric grill. Electric grills are really miniature ranges, small enough to be placed on the dining room table. By their aid can be prepared not only luncheons and suppers, but also more elaborate meals without entering the kitchen. The electric waffle iron. It is not too much to say that the introduction of the electric waffle iron has brought the waffle back to a place of popularity on the American table. Again, the old-fashioned equipment gave rise to greasy, malodorous smoke, which, try as you might, one could not keep from permeating the entire house. The electric table stove. Electric table stoves, as their name implies, are stoves supplied with electrical heat which are capable of being operated on the dining room table. The electric table stove will carry out any cooking operation that can be performed with an open flame range. Frying, boiling, or broiling and toasting by the addition of a miniature oven, baking can be done with one of these little stoves. Chapter 5. The electric cleaner. The electric cleaner employs a principle entirely different from that of sweeping. It sucks the dirt out of rugs, carpets, and furnishings, transfers it into a bag or other receptacle in which it can be carried away and disposed of outside the dwelling. The following advantages have been justly claimed for the electric cleaner. 1. It enables one to clean thoroughly, even a very large home, in just a few hours. 2. It removes dirt from rugs, carpets, and furnishings, thus leaving no place for disease germs to hide. Clean halfway by means of a broom doubtless was often the cause of spring colds and gripe epidemics of the past. 3. The electric cleaner prolongs the life of carpets and rugs. This is because it reaches down into the weave of the floor covering and removes the embedded grit. This grit is what causes worn spots to appear in the carpet. The right way to operate an electric cleaner is to grasp the handle in the hand, which should be held in a relaxed position about level at the waist, and push the electric cleaner easily over the floor coverings. Cleaners give better service if large quantities of dust are not allowed to accumulate in the bag. Women never empty the bag until it is full enough to interfere with cleaning. It is well to empty it after each use. Electric cleaner attachments. The head of a domestic science institute recently was quoted as saying, "When you buy an electric cleaner without attachments, you are buying only half of a cleaner." The convenient blower attachment may be used, for instance, to blow the dust out of those hard-to-get-to places between the radiator coils and similar holes and cracks. The electric cleaner will clean the interior of your piano. Places almost impossible to clean thoroughly with any other household instruments. Some of the most modern homes have an electric cleaner built right in. Pipe concealed in wall. Vacuum cleaner pipe through which dirt is carried to the machine. Dirt and air separated in this compartment. Exhaust pipe through which the foul air is carried to the chimney outside. The electric sewing machine. The electric sewing machine is nothing more or less than an apparatus that performs all the physical labor of sewing, leaving the woman to do only the head work involved. An electric motor furnishes the power, which in the past seamstresses had to apply by means of a treadle. A mere pressure on the control and the machine is running. A slight pressure for low speed and a trifle more pressure for higher speed. The motor and machine stops as soon as the pressure is released. The electric sewing machine has done much toward reviving the family wardrobe at home, and the ease and speed in which summer dresses, undergarments, men's shirts, and children's clothing can be made readily explains this. Some machines are controlled by a foot lever, so that pressure on the foot causes the machine to start, increase the speed, and stop, while others are equipped with a knee control so that the same results can be secured by pressure of the knee. In all types, the control is so arranged that it responds to the slightest pressure. The simplest and most widely used type is identical in appearance with the old-fashioned foot power sewing machine. One of the newest forms has the machine parts, when not in use, entirely enclosed in a desk or small cabinet, an ornamental piece of furniture which may be used as a writing table. Chapter 6. The electric fan, heater, and personal use appliances. Room by room, we have gone through the modern house and on our way have pointed out the electrical appliances used in each of the places where work is to be done. We have taken up two important labor savers, the electric cleaner and the electric sewing machine, which can be used in any room. Some of these appliances are labor savers. Some of them are aids to comfort as the fan. portable heater, and heating pad, or personal use appliances such as the curling iron and hair dryer. It is to these miscellaneous appliances that this chapter will be devoted. The electric fan. The fan can be used advantageously in every room in the house, and for a dozen or more purposes throughout the entire year, winter as well as summer. The following illustrations suggest some of these uses. Drying clothes indoors with electric fan. Drawing cool air into a bedroom at night. Fan increasing efficiency of hot air furnace. Drying dishes with an electric fan. Fan increasing heat radiation of a sluggish radiator. Drying wet or varnished floors with an electric fan. Fan used to improve furnace draught. Cooling by direct breeze. Finally, the electric fan is an inexpensive producer of artificial breeze, which promotes efficiency and luxurious comfort in the home. The portable heater. We have now gained a general insight into all the major electrical devices that make household life easier, but there still remains for us a large number of small appliances. We shall make the acquaintance of these in the following chapters. This is a handy device for concentrating a flood of heat on a limited area, as a bathtub or easy chair, or the spot where a person is dressing or undressing. The electric heating pad. This is a modern descendant of the old-fashioned hot water bottle. While the hot water bottle necessitated a preliminary heating of water, but the heating pad service is immediately available when it is connected to the nearest convenience outlet. The heat given by the electric pad is as dry as the Sahara, and with no intensity, but will relieve the pains of rheumatism or kindred disorders. Physicians advocate the use of the electric pad in any case where the local application of heat is required. This includes rheumatism, toothache, some forms of indigestion, neuritis, colds, and afflictions of the throat and chest. The pad is used by many simply to keep the feet warm or to take the chill from beds when the man of the house may be absent. The massage vibrator. Electric massage vibrators are small devices for accomplishing electrically the same results produced by laborious manual massage. The vibrator makes it possible for one to apply massage to oneself, a rather difficult if not impossible thing to accomplish by hand. Physicians have found that many ailments are relieved by massaging the lower abdomen, which seems to have a stimulating effect. The electric curler. Electric curlers came into their own with the growth of the bobbed hair fad, which made frequent curling so necessary that most women could not afford to have it done by professionals. While awaiting his return, time to ready yourself. Most women agree that the electric curler is far superior to the old-fashioned iron that had to be heated in the open flame of a lamp or gaslight. The violet ray. While the massage vibrator has an effect on the surface of the skin and adjacent portions of the body, the violet ray apparatus is said to reach deeply into the interior of the cells and affect what is known to physicians as the cellular massage. Use of this device is recommended by physicians to relieve rheumatism, sciatica, lumbago, neuritis, and many kinds of skin diseases. It is said to put vigor into cells and tissue and thus improve the complexion. Some have claimed that persistent use of the violet ray will even remove warts or similar growths. The immersion heater. Immersion heaters are designed to heat a small quantity of water or other liquid in a tumbler. These devices are handy for heating water for shaving, preparing medicines, heating baby's milk, and can even be used for boiling eggs or preparing tea. Chapter 7. Lighting the home. Lighting may justly claim to be the most important household function of electricity. It is also in the field of lighting that electricity is misunderstood most often and misapplied most frequently. Electric lights is by far the most efficient form of all illumination man has ever evolved. That is realized by everyone, but in that very realization lies a danger. Too many men and women believe that if it's electrical light, it's all right. In other words, too many people believe that to have a well-lighted home, it is necessary only to string an electrical wire into the house and hang a bulb in every room. But this is wrong, as these facts will testify. Gloom means too little light. It means sharp shadows and deep hollows. Gloom can be done away with by putting enough light in every room to bathe the entire room in even, mellow radiance. When we know how little electric light really costs, we realize how great the folly of attempting to save a few cents in this department of home expenditure, at the expense, or possibly of, impaired vision and at least eye strain and discomfort. Lighting the living room. In the living room, proper lighting does two things. It enables us to see for reading or writing or playing, and it decorates the room to make it pleasant or attractive. The ordinary living room needs one fixture in the center of the ceiling to give light which is diffused over the whole room. Bracket fixtures with 25-watt bulbs may be used on the walls as beautiful spots of colored lights, more for ornamental than useful light. If they are made to supply useful light, they usually are so bright a source of light that they produce eye strain. Lighting the dining room. The dining room is rarely used except as a room in which the family eats its meals. The dining room table is the center of interest and therefore it should be covered with a flood of soft light. The rest of the room must be pleasantly lighted, of course, but not quite so brightly as the top of the table. Bracket fixtures on the walls and candelabra on the buffet add charming spots of decorative color to the dining room, provided they are well shaded and not made so bright as to be annoying or to cause eye strain. The total watts of all bulbs used in the dining room should be not less than 200 watts and no more than 400 watts. Lighting in the kitchen. The kitchen is really a workshop in the home where the baking, cooking, and dishwashing are done. In many homes, it is mother who does the work in the kitchen for several hours each day. But because mother never complains, most kitchens are very poorly lighted. With proper lighting, there should be a dense milk white, all-enclosing glass fixture, mounted close to the ceiling in the center of the room. This should be flattened a little so that the light will be more evenly diffused all over the room. It will then be possible to see into the oven and inside all of the cupboards. Lighting in the bedroom. The lighting in the bedroom must be put to a number of uses. As in the bathroom, it is desirable to have bracket fixtures on the walls or attached to the dresser or dressing table at either side of the mirror. These should be close to the mirror and lighted with 25 or 50-watt bulbs. The ceiling fixture in the center of the room to provide general lighting should be so shaded that anyone lying in bed need not to be annoyed by seeing the lighted filaments of the bulb. From 50 to 100 watts will be needed. A small portable boudoir lamp for a night lamp or for reading ought to be placed on a small table near the head of the bed within easy reach. If the room is large, a portable floor lamp beside a comfortable chair will be appreciated. Bulbs of 25 and 50 watts are proper. Did I mention the electric vibrator? Chapter 8. A trip through a modern electrical home. First impressions strike deep. This is equally true of men and of homes. At the front door. A cordial personality invites further acquaintanceship. An attractive approach invests a house with an irresistible atmosphere of invitation. The entrance is the welcoming hand of the home. Architects recognize the importance of a pleasing exterior and doorway by introducing the most graceful lines and agreeable color that their art commands. But it remains for electricity to give your home an even more significant charm when night has veiled its architecture and dulled its colors. The vestibule and front hall. When entering a home at night, the first need is light. just a touch of a finger or even of the elbow, and the vestibule is flooded with light. The front hall light itself can be controlled at the interior to the hall, at the living room, and also from the upper hall. These devices controlling the same light from more than one convenient location are three-way and four-way tumbler switches. Dining room. The dining room is a place where distinction in entertainment is a matter of pride and where family comfort is a daily requirement. Homemakers have learned to obtain these by means of electrical appliances that they appreciate the complete wiring that makes these appliances so easy to use. The kitchen. As has been said, a complete wiring system doesn't call for a complete set of appliances. It simply makes the use of any or all of them not only possible, but easy. There is only one twin convenience outlet in this completely wired kitchen, but it is placed so as to be the most available for every demand. Over the kitchen table and 4.5 feet above the floor, it can be connected with an egg beater, a household motor for mixing bread, freezing ice cream, grinding meat, and a dozen other kinds of kitchenware. It is also in the most convenient position to use with an electric dishwasher, an appliance that has come into high favor. The sun parlor. This room serves a double purpose. In summer, its windows can be thrown open to airy breeze, and in summer it becomes a delightfully roomy porch. In cold weather, it is perfectly protected from the elements and yet admits floods of sunlight. Its contributions to year-round comfort is enhanced by modest but adequate electrical appliances. A backward look. All of these thoughts are in the mind of the modern homemaker as she looks back at the years that were. In these few years, electricity has done more than make light a ready convenience, a personal safeguard, and an artistic decoration in the home. It has done more than become a domestic worker, the strong, competent right arm of the household. It has also kept pace with the progress of hygienic science and with the new standards of comfort that minister as well to health. The garage. The last room of the home is the garage. Get used to it. It will be where you spend most of your time, as it is the only room in the house large enough for all of your major appliances. The twin convenience outlets installed 3 feet from the floor on the rear wall may be used for several purposes. To it may be connected an electric portable drill, soldering iron, glue pot, grinding motor, portable heater, battery charger, or trouble light to be used about the car, if you can find the time. This concludes our primer of The Modern Housewife of Electrical Homemaking, or How to Use Electricity.